Hey there, everybody. You are watching the second edition of the Late Night Show. I'm Leann Figueroa.
And I'm Andrew Carson. Man, it's so exciting to be here. We're finally hosts for the Late Night Show.
You're finally a host for the Late Night Show.
Yeah, we are. What do you mean you've been host before?
I hosted last week, Andrew.
Last week?
Yeah,
What
last
do you
week.
mean last week.
Last week,
This is
dude.
not the first show.
No, this is the second show.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, listen, we're happy that you're here. Welcome back to Late Night Show. We've got a great lineup for you.
Today, we have our beautiful guest, Miss Rain Augustine from Live Now from Fox.
And we're going to have a very cool show with our guest Rain later on at the end, so stay tuned. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for you. But, now I think it's officially time to say it, don't you?
I think we should say it.
Let's do it. You are watching the Late Night Show!
We're going to give you a quick breakdown of how the show is going to go. We'll start out with some light banter because, well, Andrew and I are pretty funny, sometimes.
Well, yeah, I'd like to think so. We're very funny, Leann. And we'll give you some local and world news just to make sure you're in the loop and well informed.
You'll also get to hear some piping hot tea from Marty and see some super funny segments from our talented writing team made up of UCF students just like you.
Oh yeah, that's right. And we'll even hear from the wild Florida man with some great dating advice, fellas.
I'm not too sure how much I trust a Florida man when it comes to dating, but Andrew, maybe you'll learn a thing or two.
Well, and maybe you can learn, to just trust a man again, in general. We'll also be brought back to our childhoods during a game with our special guest.
You can watch us live on YouTube every Friday night at 7 p.m. Head on over to our social media to get that link. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at late_night show. You don't want to miss it.
All right, guys. Well, without further ado, let's get this thing rolling with some world news. Recently, quarterback Tom Brady went, just kidding, as he announced his 2023 season return with the Tampa Bay Bucks. He was retired a total of 40 days before releasing a statement saying, quote, "These past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands." Which honestly surprises me because I thought Tom Brady was enjoying family time. The real reason he's back is that his son couldn't take all the mouth kisses. Per sources, I guess his son's rejection has left Brady feeling, well, deflated.
In COVID news, $15.6 billion for COVID response was cut from the $1.5 trillion federal spending package at the 11th hour before the package was passed. Here's a list of things our government set aside the $15.6 billion COVID fund for. Capitol Hill ice cream party with 2 topping options everyone's divided on. Matching quirky fuzzy sweaters, 2 highly personalized Starbucks drinks, and salary for an in-house birthday magician who occasionally drafts legislation.
Recently, members of NATO met in Brussels to discuss Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which is funny because they all texted me and said, hey, we're busy. And then I see them hanging out on Instagram and it's like, oh, real classy guys. If it's because of what I said at that Christmas party, listen, I did not mean to make things weird, all right? Anyway, this week, President Biden visited Poland to assess the situation in Ukraine, saying, quote, "Part of my disappointment is that I can't see it firsthand like in other places," which is the same thing I said about his recent colonoscopy. Biden also expressed his desire to visit Ukraine, saying, quote, "They will not let me in, understandably." When I asked why he wanted to cross the border so bad, he responded with, "Boys trip, hot boy summer."
Chinese ambassador to the U.S., Qin Gang, has stated that China is responding to Russia's war on Ukraine by calling a ceasefire, promoting peace, and sending humanitarian aid. The ambassador has assured that China will not help Russia in their war, but also won't condemn them. So basically, it's like having divorced parents and your dad asks your mom if she's seeing anyone, and you have to be the one that says, yeah, but she'll only ever love you. After 3 days of questioning, it's almost certain that Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson will be confirmed. She faced a lot of difficult questions from senators on the floor, including one from the master of riddles himself, the Zodiac Killer. If you haven't heard already, Cruz asked Jackson if babies were racist. Not caught on camera, Cruz then proceeded to quietly ask the judge where babies come from. Using his frequent flyer miles, the Texas senator also made news in Montana, where he was filmed by a bystander arguing with airport employees over missing his flight.
All of his bad press in the past year has finally gotten to his head because he hit them with the iconic snobby line of, "Do you know who I am?" Listen, Ted, buddy, they do know who you are, and that's why you weren't lit on the plane. Senator Cruz did eventually make it to D.C., where he was apparently still upset because he was about to do his job instead of being in Cancun. At the Senate hearings on Wednesday, he pressed Judge Jackson regarding content taught at a prep school in D.C., where she is a board member. Despite making it clear that the Board of Trustees had nothing to do with what is taught, Cruz is still carried on about citing books from the curriculum and gave this gem.
People back to Europe. Can we send white people back to Europe?
Can we send white people back to Europe?
I don't know. Can we? You might be on to something, man.
All right, guys. So when we come back from our break, we'll have some piping hot tea with Emily and Marty at Marty's Tea Party.
Get ready to hear some tea being spilled, because we'll be back in just a few moments.
Yeah.
Hola, my wild Floridians, and welcome back to the Florida Man Show. We have our first caller.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Florida man?
What are you, the feds? Got a warrant?
No, not the feds, not the feds.
Well, in that case, thanks for asking. Everyone's always asking, what's Florida Man doing? Not, how's Florida Man doing? What can I do for you?
Dating advice?
Ah, what are you into? Florida men? Florida women? Camp on both sides of the Everglades?
Women.
What?
Florida women.
Ah, that's more like it. What's the problem?
Well, there's this woman I like at my work, and I would like to know how to approach her.
You know Florida Man's got his fishing license. I got 3 words for you. Cracker Barrel gift card. Well, we actually have another caller on the line, and it's caller number 1's wife.
Are you serious right now? You're always doing this. You know what? My parents were right about you.
I'm sorry.
You should have never married someone who cries in bed.
Are you
I
seriously
remember
gonna
when I
bring that
took
up
my
right
first
now?
and third wives to
We're gonna
Cracker
find
Barrel.
out. I'm literally.
Wow.
Any place where you can
really
shop,
hurt.
eat, and
I'm
play is good
tired.
for the soul.
I'm taking
We'll be back
the
later with
kids,
more Florida
the
Man
house,
Show.
the
Do it.
dog, and your Star Wars Blu-ray collection.
That's limited edition. Come on. Star Wars.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Marty.
And welcome to our late night tea party.
So grab a cup of tea.
And take a seat because what we are going to spill will make your kettle boil.
This isn't your typical tea party because it's about to get real steamy up in here. Okay, you all already know we have to talk about him. Any guesses who? You guessed it, Kanye.
Yes, it was actually announced on Tuesday he's not allowed to perform at the Grammys on April 3rd. The reason being given for this is his recent public behavior.
So we know Kanye has a history of criticizing the Grammys, but can we believe he still managed to get 5 nominations?
I'm not sure how he is still nominated if he can't perform, but okay then.
The same way my friends nominated me as class president, knowing damn well I had a 1.2 grade point average. It just wasn't gonna happen.
Well, I think you're pretty smart, Marty. But moving on to Kanye's current nemesis, Pete Davidson recently had a wild night with Kourtney Kardashian's ex, Scott Disick. Instagram videos showed the pair alongside 2 other friends enjoying what seems to be a night in. Let's take a look.
Pete took over the Lord's Instagram and posted some behind the scenes of their little boys' night. I think it's cute how Scott and Pete are bonding. Maybe Scott can teach Pete how to be a Kardashian boyfriend because that went so well. This family is filling up our teapot all the way. Miss Kylie Girl announced on Monday she and Travis plan on changing their newborn's name. First of all, poor kid has to be named Wolf. Now he can't even speak to tell his mom how he feels about it. Well, I bet North is jealous she can't go back and have a name that's not on a compass.
Yeah, I don't think it works quite like that. I think the best part was Kylie posting an FYI on Instagram saying she just didn't feel like it was him. I'm sure his name will still be unique, but Wolf just wasn't giving. And from trending families to TikTok trends, the Wheels versus Door debate has the internet talking.
I can confidently say, with my chest, that I am on Team Wheels.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Wheels.
Wheels.
Doors.
Good.
Team Wheels.
Doors.
You're stupid. It's Wheels.
Team Wheels.
It's Wheels.
Wheels.
Team Wheels.
Has to be Wheels.
Doors.
I'm gonna have to go with Wheels.
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 Doors.
Wheels. Wheels.
Wheels.
Doors or wheels? Wheels all day.
Wheels. Wheels or wheels? Doors.
Oh!
Doors. 100%. Wheels. Definitely wheels. You want to know why? Because every door has wheels in the lock. The more you know.
I can confidently say with my chest that I'm on Team Wheels. Like, I mean, think about it. Wheelie chairs have like 4 wheels each, but the real question is, Emily, what side are you on?
I think I'm gonna have to join you on Team Wheels, but I'm not as confident as you in my answer. Have you ever been to an escape room? Plus, skyscrapers really throw me off. And on to our last, and in my opinion, most exciting cup of tea today. Season 2 of Bridgerton is officially on Netflix.
Season 1 was obviously a massive success back in 2020, so this season certainly has been long awaited. With the steamy romance, good music, and hot actors, there's no way people won't be glued to their screens watching this all weekend.
That is definitely true. I may have stayed up way too late last night, already getting a head start on all of the action, and let's just say it is not disappointing. Make sure you go check it out.
Well, that's all the tea we have for today. Tune in next time to spill more tea with us.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Marty.
Thanks for spilling.
Hate theme parks but love waiting in line? Come on down to Lineland, where we've got all the time in the world. As a favor, our top-of-the-line amusement park experts analyze thousands of rides to create the most bodacious theme park experience. And what do they all have in common? Lines!
The human brain is wired for anticipation. Our studies show that waiting in line increased subjects' dopamine levels off the charts. Of course, in our trials, there was an actual ride to look forward to. So, we have no...
Hi, I'm Rick Lineley, founder of Lineland. And when I was a child, I was terrified of amusement park rides. I mean, absolutely horrified. I would go feral, but that's besides the point. I used to love waiting in line for these rides. We got short lines, long lines, lines that go upside down, triangle lines, scary lines. And I'm excited to announce Lineland is officially celebrating 10 days of my sobriety and 11 days of being an official theme park. Can't get enough of waiting in lines? You've heard of Fast Pass, now introducing Slow Pass. They're actually doing this? We even got the new Infinity Line, the patented new thrill ride experience at Lineland. You know, you go in one end of the circle, and you know, well, you'll just have to find out. Lineland! You think they actually need to pay to wait in line? We're set, okay? This is $1 million idea. Anything you want to say to the kids, Linus? Come on down. That's right. At Lineland, we can't wait for you to wait. Bye.
Welcome back. Good to have you back. We have a great show so far. And to introduce our guest tonight, we're going to have an anchor from Live Now from Fox. Please welcome to the stage, Augustine.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, beautiful.
Great to
I'm a
see
hugger.
you.
Oh,
Great
I'm a
to
hugger
see
too.
you.
Hello.
Thank you so much for
Welcome.
having
Yeah, please
me.
have a seat.
All right, ma'am. It's so exciting to have you here.
Thank
Thank you
I'm
for making
honored.
time to see us.
I'm honored to be here, you guys.
All right. So tell me, being an anchor on Live Now from Fox, I know that it's actually it's a streaming more like less of the more traditional news station, more online focused. So
Yes,
what's that like?
It's amazing to be a part of something so innovative. I get to wake up at 2 a.m., which is fun, but I'm really glad to be able to build a network kind of from the ground up. We have, I think, 30 million unique viewers every month, so it's definitely something that if you haven't watched, you all should definitely tune in.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
That's great, Rain. How did you get started in journalism? What drove this passion to report and be an anchor?
Oh my goodness. Well, you all are a little young, but back in the day, there was a show called 106 in Park, and I definitely wanted to host 106 in Park. So I researched the anchors of the show. I found out what they went to school for, communications, and that's kind of what started my passion. I graduated in broadcasting, and I got my start in production at a very small station in Louisiana. And I think I had maybe every job in that building, and I just worked my way up, and now I'm here. So.
That is amazing. So I just want to talk about your Instagram because you have a crazy
My Instagram.
Yes!
Oh
You
my
have a
God.
Crazy
It's
sense
looking
of fashion.
good.
Look at these shoes. These shoes are iconic. I don't know if we
Shoe
can.
cam.
I don't know if we can see
at those
them.
painted nails.
Girl,
Look great.
The
you-
white toes get picked every time.
every time,
wow.
every time.
I
you
wouldn't know.
you just have such a great sense of fashion. So what
thank
inspires
you.
that? Where do you get all your stuff from?
I just like to express myself. Usually what I wear is based off of how I feel that day. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm mourning my sleep. That's why I have on all black today.
You look great.
Thank you.
No, really, you look beautiful. And then, all right, so you're an anchor. It's obviously a lot. Andrew and I, we're still learning the ropes.
Listen.
We're here doing journalism at UCF.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
A
We're
great
trying-
job, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We have our fair share of mess ups and things like that, but listen, you're doing great. We want to know, just to make ourselves feel better, what's the most embarrassing moment you've had live during a show? Spill the tea on that.
Yeah.
My most embarrassing moment?
Yes, ma'am. Make me feel better.
We need it.
Okay, so this happened a few years ago. I was in Louisiana. We were on hurricane coverage, and there was no hurricane, to be completely honest. You know how the weather kind of shifts last minute? So they sent us to this island, and the water was behind me, and I kept calling the meteorologist, asking for updates. It's coming, and I didn't know what to do. I was very green, and I felt like I was lying. I'm like, the hurricane's on the way, but it wasn't even raining. So that was a little embarrassing, but you go through it, you learn and you grow. And now I know if you're ever in that situation, just tell the truth. We thought the hurricane was coming, but it didn't rain.
That's great advice for us.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just tell the truth.
Yeah, just tell the truth. People want you to be sincere and genuine when you mess up. I think people respect you more for sure.
And mistakes
Absolutely.
are always part of the game. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you
great.
can have fun with your mistakes.
All
That's
right.
right.
So I have one final thing for you. So I just want to be as good as you are, personally.
Oh, stop it.
So could you give me your best on-air voice? I really want to hear it.
My best on-air voice?
Yes, because funny enough, I feel like a lot of people have told me about their speaking voice and their TV voice.
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't try to change my voice. I do speak a little bit louder.
Yeah, all right.
I do enunciate a little bit more. No slang on air, only sometimes. But this is my on-air voice. What do you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Sounds great.
She says, I come to you as I am and I kill it.
Yes, just like the church.
All right,
Something I wanted to ask was just that, listen, there's a lot of people who are watching this and want to end up in a position where you are now. What would be the biggest advice that you would give the people who are aspiring to be on camera and tell stories through being an anchor or reporter for a news station?
I would say don't be afraid to start in a less glamorous position. It's not just about the lights, the cameras, the connections, but it's about the work that goes into it. And I would also say, I was just saying to some of the girls backstage, nurture your relationships, because who you meet throughout your journey is very, very, very important. You never know who you might bump into 5-10 years from now, you know?
Yes, ma'am. Excellent advice that I'm going to take to heart. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, you know how I mentioned your anchor voice? We're going to be putting that to the test. So make sure you guys stay tuned after this quick break.
Yes, we're going to have a very fun game with our guest, Ray Augustine. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments.
Welcome back to the Florida Man Show. It's been a while, Crocodile. Last night, a flamingo came to my domicile without a warrant, so I strangled it with my own 2 hands. Let's get our first caller. Hi, caller. What's your name?
I'd rather not say.
Great choice. What ails you this balmy afternoon?
My neighbor dog barks a lot, and it's keeping me up at night.
Neighbors. They're like restraining orders. Everyone has them, but nobody wants them. One time, a neighbor tried to eat me while I was asleep. Here's what I did. I went outside the swamp behind my house every single day with a raw turkey, and I fed it to the gator. Now I keep the darn thing outside my house on a leash. So if any of those salivating yippers ever come hollering up at night, I just stick the gator on it. Hope that helps.
It doesn't.
You're welcome. The Oscars are coming up, so we brought ourselves an expert. You know her from Marrying a Scientologist. It's Nicole Kidman. So, Nicole, who do you think's going to win the Oscars?
Me.
You know, I think Nightmare Alley's going to win the Oscars, because it reminded me so much of the time I was in an alley. The year was 1985, cocaine was, and still is, legal, and I was in hot water with the Tallahassee mob. That bathtub was a great, great time. Anyways, thank you so much, Nicole, for your insight, and that's all the time we have for the Florida Man Show. Tune in next time, where I'll be in a different location so that they'll never, ever find me.
You know where my pet flamingo went?
I got good news and I got bad news. And you're gonna hate the good news.
Welcome back, guys. We're excited to have you back with our guest, Ray Augustine. And as we said earlier on in the show, we're going to be having a game specifically for our guests. You said you have a great anchor voice, so we're going to put that to the test. Leann, how does the game go?
That is right. So today we've prepared a game called Breaking News Mad Lib Edition. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Mad Lib is a fill-in-the-blank game where you come up with random verbs, adjectives, and nouns to create an unpredictable story. It's the most outrageous ideas that take a story to the next level, in my opinion.
Now, today's game consists of wacky news scripts written in Mad Lib form, where our writers put together some crazy news stories. And we had our followers on social media help us fill in the blanks with some of the wackiest descriptions they could think of.
The best part is neither Andrew nor myself have any idea what these stories are. We'll take turns presenting each story in our best on-air anchor voice. The goal is to deliver scripts flawlessly while remaining as serious as possible. But here's the catch. If you stumble, smile, or laugh, that person loses and has to take a shot of lemon juice.
Okay.
I did see that. I wanted to know what that was.
I was like, why is that in front of us?
You have to do that? Okay, well, that is the game,
is the
so
rules.
We'll get started. For you, Rain, guess first.
All right,
okay,
Rain.
so I'm reading this.
Yes.
In my
in
my news voice.
Beautiful Rain on cam 3.
And every time you break, you have to take a little shot of that lemon juice.
Okay,
All right,
let's go.
Rain, go for
I'm
it.
ready. In breaking news, SpongeBob SquarePants has just been arrested in the chum bucket for murder. Squidward says he could believe that SquarePants was arrested, given his history of meddling with his employer, Mr. Krabs, has formally filed a $4 million lawsuit for underwear. Now, his court date is Thursday when the judge will twerk. You heard that right, twerk on his sentence.
You literally made it through without laughing.
I
guys.
would not
I was
have-
literally. I can't handle that. That's
Did
ridiculous.
y'all say Patrick will twerk on his
ridiculous.
sentence? My goodness gracious.
Okay, so another one. Okay. Oh, I have to drink?
You have to. Oh,
I gotta drink
apparently
this
you have
lemon
to
juice?
drink
making our
because
guests
you
drink.
giggled.
Okay, well,
All right, man.
better that you than me, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
got
know,
this.
some people have to smell
You
before
got,
they.
you got this.
You got it. Close it. Oh boy.
I promise it's nothing more fun than lemon juice, even though I wish it was.
Do you do this on the regular?
Well, not. Oh God.
Oh,
You
oh
get a
my
replay of that?
God!
My
Wow.
gosh.
That was not
All
easy.
right.
Okay.
Now I
Okay,
I really don't want
All right, we got another
Really
one
don't
for
wanna
you.
mess
You made it through pretty well. Let's see what you do here.
Okay.
Don't laugh.
This morning, 4 meddling kids from Crystal Cove were brought in for questioning after a late night robbery in Tampa. Over 1,000 pounds of cocaine.
Ding, ding, ding. Keep going.
Commonly known as Scooby Snacks,
Andrew.
were found in their mystery machines. The teens appeared to be lit on the scene. When questioned by officials, the teens claimed the dog told them to do it. That's interesting because dogs can't really talk, you know, but
I'm pretty
looks
sure
like they
Scooby-Doo
are
can.
not on in Crystal Cove anymore.
Listen, you did pretty well, but that is another shot.
Actually,
per rules league.
Why?
Andrew, you know, you laughed, and
You did
you
laugh.
have this.
I wasn't the one reading
But
it.
you have this
But you
reputation
laughed,
of being
though.
a gentleman. I think you should spare her, and I think you should
Oh,
take this one.
okay.
You know, I
All
think
right,
you should.
well,
Yeah,
I
go ahead
mean,
and hand that to Andrew. You know, he'll be
It's
fine.
no big deal,
Here you go,
right?
friend. It's really good.
So it's like lemonade, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Down the hatch.
Don't act like you've never done this before.
Oh,
Heard.
Leann, I hope
Okay.
you messed this up.
All right,
man.
guys. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go, really quick. I'm gonna do it perfect. Watch this.
You got it.
Watch
Okay.
this. Gonna kill it. The city of Townsville's mayor's sugar daddy days are now over. He moves to take on the city after declaring bankruptcy. Miss Bellum, his smelly assistant, slept with Professor Utonium. Looks like Mojo Jojo has taken a vacation day as the mayor is running the city. Will the three mighty Powerpuff Girls be any match for the sexy mayor?
Oh my gosh, you did great, Leann.
was
But I'm
great.
pretty sure that Rain took a shot, I took a shot. Take a shot real quick. Just come on, just real quick.
I don't know. I didn't laugh. I didn't mess up. All right, we're going.
Justice is served.
Unpleasant.
Yikes.
All right,
Okay,
great.
guys.
Rain, thank you so much for being here on the Late Night Show. You can follow Rain on her Instagram and social media accounts and at Live from Fox. Listen, Live Now from Fox. Thank you so much, Rain, for being on the show.
Thank you
We
so
appreciate
much for
it.
being so silly with us.
We'll
Thank
see you
you.
in just a few moments.
All right, guys. So we lied. We're not going to see you in just a few moments. That